Let's take a look at the Warriorland Crossbow. This is the model MA1. This is a universal pistol mounted weapon light. It comes with a bunch of different stuff, which we're going to get into now. Spoiler, I've already played with this quite a bit, tested it out, and I reboxed it all just so you guys can see how it comes. And let's get into it. Here's the light itself. It looks familiar. I'm sure you guys agree. Now this does have a built-in laser. I didn't actually know that at first because a lot of these lights have like some big crazy laser thing hanging off the side. This one does not. This one was pretty streamlined. It's right here, right underneath. It's easy to adjust. There's your elevation and there's your windage for the laser. Get that dialed in. It comes with 6 different spacers here for all kinds of different handguns, different frames. The universal one that already came installed is the one that I'm going to be using on a Glock 19, Glock 17 style frame. As you can see there, that is your charging port. This is a rechargeable light. We'll get into that here in a second. Quick features. It does have a screen in it. That's actually kind of cool. I'll show you what it does here soon. Single LED. This is an 800 lumen light. Again, with a laser, it is a green laser, and then it does have strobe mode, as well as a 5 lumen kind of low power night light style mode. Let's go ahead and see what else is in the box. Instructions. Tells you how to switch between momentary, constant, strobe, all that stuff. And this does have 3 modes also. There's a mode switch right here. Light, light and laser, and then just laser, which I'll show you here in a second. Comes with a screwdriver to switch out the spacers here if you need. If you have a different rail or it doesn't line up quite right, you can switch it to one of these other ones. That's what these things here are. So I'm going to just set those aside for right now. This is your charging cable. It is magnetic. It goes right to it. It charges up really quick. It does indicate when it's charged. It just it has like battery lights, like little bars, similar to a cell phone or a power bank, that when it's charging, and then when it's fully charged, it's full. Let's go ahead and just get into the operation of this thing. This thing is really easy to use. Some of these style lights have these switches to where you press them down. It's not ideal to me. I see pros and cons to both ways. This is kind of where you press in. So you'll press in on either one. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. One tap in. Another tap turns it off. Guys, this thing is bright. It really is. Let's go ahead and see what the screen does when you turn it on. There's the battery, 800 lumen setting, and then the Warriorland brand name kind of scrolls across there, which is just kind of just a cool little touch. And then it just goes back to this. Go ahead and switch it off. We'll go ahead and change mode now to light and laser. The middle selection there. I'm gonna hold it up here so you can see. There's the light with the green laser. It does get warm. It doesn't get hot, but it does get warm. Let's switch it on to laser only, all the way to the right. And there you have it. The green lasers are very bright. You guys can, you can see them in the daytime for a decent amount. Let's go ahead and get this thing mounted on so we can see what it looks like. It's just this little screw here. Flathead screwdriver is all you need. And again, you may need to switch this out based on your platform, but for a Glock style, this is all you need. Alrighty, so all I'm gonna do, I'll loosen this up. There's my spring-loaded tension there. I'm gonna kind of slide this thing on. It's gonna lock into place right there. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this thing over. I'm gonna tighten it up. That's what it looks like. It sits pretty flush, a little bit protruding with a Glock 19 style frame. A lot of people like their lights out further. I do too for certain things. This one, you could probably play around and get a different spacer for whatever kind of rail you have, maybe bring it out some, but this is actually really comfortable with where your hand placement is right there. Let's go ahead and get this back on flashlight only mode. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's super easy to put on. I've used it quite a bit already. And like I said, I just reboxed it to kind of show you guys the quick overview of it. I'm not a huge fan of lasers. That's not really my thing. I probably won't use it, to be totally honest, but the light itself, I keep a light on most of my handguns, and I think you guys should as well. And, you know, for what these cost, I think it's worth a try. I really do. The recharging seems really nice. It's fast. I love the battery indicator there. And you don't have to buy special batteries, which is always a bonus. So when it comes to switching between momentary and strobe, things like that, you're constant, just press it once. Momentary, you're just gonna hold it and then let go whenever you're done. To go strobe, you're gonna double tap and hold. And then for low power 5 lumen, you're gonna press both in at the same time. As you can see there, we just got a little guy, little 5 lumen. Let's go ahead and finish the video out by seeing what this thing looks like in the dark. All right guys, here it is on flashlight only mode. The woods are about 40 to 50 yards away. Lights up the front of it, no problem. Let's add the laser to the light now. There it is with the laser. Very bright, easy to see. Green's always easier to see than red in my opinion. And lastly, laser only. And for good measure, let's see what it looks like on strobe.